Disclaimer: this story is a work of fiction, and any resemblance to real persons, living or deceased, is purely coincidental. The purpose of this story is to convey a moral lesson about trust and family values, not to reflect any real-life events or individuals. Episode 1: The Foundation of Love. The town of Willowbrook was a quiet, tight-knit community where families took care of each other, and trust was the currency that held relationships together. Among the townsfolk, the Johnson family was admired for their unwavering unity and the love they shared. David and Sarah Johnson had built their home not just with bricks and wood, but with kindness, honesty, and an unshakable commitment to their children Emily and Noah. David was a carpenter, known for his skillful hands that could turn raw wood into beautiful furniture and homes. He had learned the trade from his father and always believed that hard work and integrity were the key to a fulfilling life. Sarah, on the other hand, was a schoolteacher whose warmth and patience shaped the young minds of Willowbrook. Together, they made sure their children grew up with strong values. Emily, the eldest, was a bright and ambitious young woman with a deep love for storytelling. She dreamed of becoming a journalist and was eager to see the world beyond Willowbrook. Noah, 2 years younger, had inherited his father's craftsmanship and was content with working alongside him, learning the family trade. Though different in their ambitions, the siblings shared a close bond, knowing that no matter where life took them, they would always have their family to return to. In the Johnson household, trust was everything. Their dinner table was a place of open conversations where no secrets were kept. David and Sarah always told their children, family is not just about blood, it is about love, honesty, and standing by each other no matter what. But trust, once broken, is hard to mend, and soon the Johnson family would face the greatest test of their lives. Episode 2: A Crack in the Foundation. Years passed, and Emily moved to the city to chase her dreams of becoming a journalist. She was determined, hardworking, and passionate about uncovering the truth. Though she missed home, she visited whenever she could, staying connected to her family. Noah, meanwhile, had grown into a skilled carpenter under his father's guidance. He loved working with his hands and took pride in continuing the family business. But despite his love for the craft, a small voice in the back of his mind often whispered, "Was this really enough for me?" One autumn afternoon, an unexpected visitor arrived at the Johnson household. It was Raymond Johnson, David's estranged younger brother. He had been absent from their lives for over 2 decades, and his sudden return was met with mixed emotions. "I've made mistakes," Raymond admitted, his voice laced with regret. "I lost my way, but I want to make things right. I want to be part of this family again." Sarah was hesitant. She had heard of Raymond's troubles, his involvement in shady business deals, his habit of gambling, and his tendency to manipulate people. But David, ever the forgiving man, decided to give his brother a second chance. At first, Raymond seemed genuinely remorseful. He told stories of his travels, entertained Noah with tales of business ventures, and even offered to help expand the carpentry business. But beneath his charm, his true intentions were hidden. Slowly, Raymond started planting doubts in Noah's mind. "You're talented, Noah," he said one evening, his tone smooth and persuasive. "But tell me, how much of this business do you really own? Your father built it, sure, but shouldn't you have more control? Shouldn't you be thinking about your future?" Noah had never questioned his father's leadership before, but Raymond's words stirred something inside him, an unfamiliar but powerful resentment. Why didn't his father trust him with more responsibility? Why was he always treated like an apprentice instead of an equal? Raymond saw the doubt growing in Noah's eyes, and that was exactly what he wanted. Episode 3: The Betrayal. As the weeks passed, Noah's attitude toward his father changed. He became distant, questioning David's decisions in ways he never had before. Every time his father dismissed one of his ideas, the resentment deepened. Then one night Raymond made an offer. "I have some investors willing to put money into the business," he told Noah, "but they need assurance. If you sign over half of the business to me, I can guarantee we'll expand beyond this small town. You'll be a partner, not just a worker. You'll have real power." Noah hesitated. He knew his father had built this business from nothing, but Raymond's words made him feel something he hadn't before: ambition, power, independence. And so, blinded by the promise of a greater future, Noah signed the papers, unknowingly giving Raymond control over the family business. The betrayal was revealed just days later when David went to the bank and found their accounts nearly emptied. Contracts had been signed, assets sold, and the business, his life's work, was no longer in his name. David was devastated. He confronted Noah, his voice trembling. "How could you do this?" he asked, pain evident in his eyes. "This was our family's legacy. It wasn't just a business, it was a trust built over generations." Noah tried to defend himself. "I thought I was securing our future, Dad." Raymond said. "Raymond?" David's voice broke. "He's been lying to you, Noah. He's been lying to all of us." And then, just like that, Raymond was gone. He disappeared from Willowbrook, taking the money and the business with him. Noah was left with nothing but guilt, standing amidst the ruins of what had once been a thriving workshop. He had been betrayed, but worse, he had been the betrayer. Episode 4: Redemption Through Love. For days, Noah couldn't face his parents. Shame weighed heavily on his shoulders. He had been foolish, blinded by greed and false promises. But despite everything, David and Sarah never turned their backs on him. "Family isn't about never making mistakes," Sarah said softly one evening. "It's about owning up to them and making things right." Noah knew he had to fix what he had broken. With David's guidance, he worked tirelessly to rebuild the business from scratch. Emily, upon hearing what had happened, returned home to help. Using her investigative skills, she uncovered evidence of Raymond's fraud and reported him to the authorities, ensuring he could never exploit another family again. Noah also took on extra work, saving every penny to repay his father. It took time, years even, but step by step he earned back the trust he had lost. Through it all, David and Sarah never stopped believing in him. And that, Noah realized, was the true meaning of family. It wasn't about perfection. It wasn't about wealth or power. It was about love and trust, the kind that could survive even the deepest betrayals. By the time the workshop reopened under the name Johnson & Son Carpentry, Noah no longer sought power. He sought to honor his family, their legacy, and the trust that bound them together. Because in the end, family isn't defined by blood alone. It is built on love, trust, and the unwavering belief that no mistake is too great to be forgiven. Moral of the story: true family is not just about blood relations. It is about love, trust, and standing by each other through both triumphs and failures. Trust is the foundation of any relationship, and once broken, it takes time and effort to rebuild. Greed and betrayal may offer temporary gains, but they ultimately lead to destruction. However, redemption is always possible through accountability, hard work, and the willingness to make amends. In the end, it is love, not personal gain, that defines a family. Please don't forget to like our videos, follow us for more content like this, and share with your friends and family. Your support helps us create even more amazing content. Thank you.